email social media writing tip. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. Got a real quick one for you today. I'm I'm kind of at a distance here. I'm out in Seaside, Oregon, just visiting. I've never been up to the northern Oregon coast, so we're kind of doing a little expedition, a quick expedition while we're out of town, and having some fun. It's been a lot of fun so far. Got the whole family with me. I wanted to talk about. This is a tip you could use. I mean, I specifically am saying email and social media. This can be used across the board, anywhere that you are doing writing. So this includes even if you're writing for physical literature, a book or anything else. Here's a huge recommendation that I think I first heard from Gary Halbert. And I've heard multiple people say it since, and I've heard a lot of people attribute their use of this technique also back to Gary Halbert. Gary Halbert was a very amazing marketer and copywriter who passed away years back, but some of his ideas are so simple, yet so brilliant, and I'm surprised more people don't take advantage of ideas just like this one. I'm going to share it with you. Okay. So it's so easy. Since I was a kid, I always tried to learn the rules of grammar. And one of the rules that I never had anyone seriously lay out for me is, at what point do you separate paragraphs? It's a silly idea, really. And it's an extremely subjective thing. And maybe there is an official definition of what should separate a paragraph. And I've heard people say, if you have quotes and you have people talking to each other, then every time that they talk, that needs to be a separate. Every time someone else says something, that needs to be a separate paragraph to be able to break up the different people talking. That is one of the only things I've ever heard about official things when it comes to English, American English grammar in the separation with paragraphs, except for this thing that Gary Halbert said. Gary Halbert very simply said, and I'm putting it in my own words, I don't have the Gary Halbert letter or whatever it was where I officially heard it or read it, but he basically said, separate everything into as many paragraphs as possible and break it up. It keeps people reading along. It pulls everything together. It doesn't mean you take every single sentence and make a separate paragraph, but you'd almost be better off doing that, right? It really means keeping your paragraphs as small as possible and keeping that process going. And if you ever try this, if you ever see this done, go and take something that you've written that are in larger paragraphs and then break it up a little bit. Print both of them out or put them side by side. And you ask anybody which looks like more fun to read, which looks like an easier read, which do they want to read first. They will always choose the one with the small paragraphs. Even though it extends out and it makes the whole idea longer, the fact that you have that, it really does make a huge difference. It makes readability increases a lot just by doing that one simple thing. It's really helpful on social media posts, especially if you're writing something long and you're trying to get an idea out there. Go and look at all the social media posts that you go through and start paying attention. How long are their paragraphs? And the ones you enjoy reading the most, they have shorter paragraphs. Even if the subject matter isn't that great, it feels like it's going somewhere. They always say this thing about books too. If you can break up your books into chapters that are shorter, people enjoy it more because they feel like they're getting progress. They feel like they're going somewhere with it. Whereas if you extend out these huge long chapters, a lot of people will fall away and not finish reading the book. So it's very interesting about the psychology of reading, and it's one of those things about copywriting and so forth that you really ought to follow, whether you do any type of written advertising at all whatsoever. It doesn't matter. If you're trying to convey a point onto somebody, shorten up your paragraphs. Simple idea that can make a big difference. Okay, I tried this in my book. I don't know if I succeeded. My latest book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. You can go check it out for me. Tell me if you think I succeeded. 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. You can go buy yourself a copy, or you can download a free copy at my website, AmazonProofBook.com. AmazonProofBook.com will take you straight there. You have a good one. We'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.